Hello and good day. Today is Tuesday, and today is going to be our first day out on the campus officially, the peaceful protest. And today, one of the issues that we're going to focus on is what we in our department call freezing, and how the state, for the last 20 years or more, has abused this clause in our contract to the point where people come to work and do not have a clue at the end of their shift if they can go home, which is unfathomable for a department for so long to abuse one clause in the contract to the point where it's made the freezing unsustainable for staff that's been there for years. As you progress through the system, years in the building, you should not have to worry about when you come to work, are you going home? I mean, speaking on my personal experience, in our building, I've come to work many a times and been told as soon as I come in the building, and I will be stuck there for 16 hours because nobody's on the schedule. And it used to be fair in our building at one time. We had enough staff to where freezing was rare. It would happen maybe once a month because the building was staffed in a manner that it should be. It's my personal opinion, along with my members, and just in general, DSCYF should have a military mentality. The military never goes without troops. They're always replenishing the ranks. And, I've been there, and there was times where they pulled down their hiring site for months at a time. Now, they might have updated it, and they might be having seminars on a regular basis, but it's no real oversight. And so what ends up happening is, let's say you have 100 staff. Let's say 20 of those staff, for no fault of their own, get injured, get hurt, get sick. Their family has issues. And so you subtract 20 staff from 100. What happens is, if there's nobody replenishing the ranks, or overtime is not allowed to be given out to other agencies that may be able to fill the gaps, the burden falls on the 80 staff that are left. Mind you, let's say 10 of those staff want to go on vacation. 10 of those staff have time. What will happen is they may put in their time, and our building managers will say, well, you guys we need you, operational needs. So you can't have a vacation when you need to. You can have one when we fill those positions so that you can take a vacation. Well, fast forward to the day, if you don't have anybody to fill those positions, then the staff that are left have to still carry the burden running their shifts as if everything's okay. So if you keep subtracting, people quit, people get fired, people move up. All these things are possible, but you have to understand, being mandated or frozen it should be a cap, or at least something that lets DSCYF understand that what they're asking of veteran staff and staff in general is unsustainable. Nobody can come to work and expect not to go home at the end of their shift on a daily basis. You cannot have any quality of life. You're always in a position where of danger, because some days I've sat on a unit and shift change comes, me and my coworkers, and nobody walks down the hallway, and all you see is a supervisor standing there telling you, well, we're trying to get volunteers, but we don't have anybody on the schedule. We had call-outs. Well, there was a time in that campus where the building was staffed in a military manner. We had more than enough staff to handle what was needed so that people could be relieved properly, have breaks, take days off, take personal days. But the scheme of things that happen with our department is, well, our union, you can accumulate time every month. So let's say if you don't take a vacation or you don't take any days off, your time may accumulate to ridiculous numbers: 100 hours of vacation, hundreds of hours of sick time. And so what our department did was, the one thing they do is they made us take block time, block leave, and we'll put in for block leave, and then they deny it and say operational needs. And the same people that deny you turn around and then go on vacation. I mean, we've had administrators that barely work in a building because they take vacation days. Our supervisors take vacation days. They take personal days. Anytime our YRSs attempt that thing, it's a different process. So, like I said, it's a different level of fairness in our department, because when it's dealing with YRSs, it appears that our rights, our health, our safety, our crew time doesn't matter, because if they don't have enough staff in the building to work, no matter how many days you've been mandated to work, you could be there possibly every day you come into work. If you work 4 days, you might be stuck there all day. And it's happened. It's happened to me. It's happened to many other staff on many other campuses. I'm speaking the truth because I've visited all our campuses, and I've even went to Terry Center, and they have the same issue. And like I said, being froze every day is unsustainable. It's unsustainable. They have to change their mode of operations. They have to change the way they treat YRS staff. And serious conversations need to be had about how they freeze people, why they freeze people, and why is this a scheduling tool instead of an emergency step measure as it was set up to be. We all understand that we all have a job to do. And I've been at my job over 20 years, and I take pride in my job. I do a good job when I work. But like I said, everybody doesn't have an S on their chest. People need to have their work that they do on their scheduled shift. It needs to be set. And freezing should be a measure of emergency staffing when situations arise. Now, it shouldn't be something that's used every single day of the week, because our upper management refuses to take the steps to actively make our building a viable building, meaning they need to either increase the pay so people feel more comfortable staying these excessive hours. They need to cap the amount of times you get frozen in a single week. 2 days, 16 hours, that should be it. I mean, that's at the very least, that should be it. People cannot, with families, you can't entice a young person that just gets out of college to come to a place and tell them that you might be here 16 hours every day, that you come to work. And then when you put in for time off, you ain't getting it because we don't have enough people. It's unsustainable. I'm telling you from personal experience, it's unsustainable. And I'm going to speak up about it. I'm tired of it. I see my friends, I've seen people I worked for years collapse in the building. Myself, I've collapsed in the building. It's tough. And you know, the public needs to know that, you know, we're public servants. We're serving the public. This is a taxpayer-run facility, and the people need to know that we are people too, and we deserve the same treatment as everybody else in the department, and not to be treated differently. Our rights need to be protected. Our health needs to be protected.